Hey, what's happening, guys? Today we've got some keto potatoes on the menu, and I know what you're thinking to yourself already. You're thinking, Joe, potatoes aren't keto, so how are we making keto potatoes? And the answer lies with radishes. If you cook radishes a certain way, you can get them to taste a lot like a potato. And I know what you're thinking now. You're thinking radishes are bitter and they don't taste anything like a potato. And that's true if you eat them raw or if you don't cook them the right way. But if you cook them how I'm about to show you in this video, you will get your radishes to taste a lot like a potato. That said, let's jump right into it. Make these low carb keto potatoes. So first things first, we're going to get out some radishes, and I really like to use these multicolored ones by Trader Joe's when I'm making my keto potatoes, since they have a multicolored baby potato vibe to them. Now, unlike potatoes though, radishes only have 2 net carbs per 100 gram serving, which makes them a great keto-friendly potato substitute. So, as you're seeing here, we're going to do a little prep work with those. So we're going to add those to a strainer and then trim off any remaining stems and ends that they might have. Then, when we've taken care of that, we want to wash our radishes over some cold water, since they can have a bit of dirt left on them from when they were picked. Now, the next thing we want to do is pat those dry with a paper towel, just so that the seasoning that we're about to add to them sticks. And speaking of that seasoning, we're going to add that to them right now. So once we've got our radishes in a large Ziploc bag, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil to them. Then we're going to follow that up by adding some salt. And I like to add a generous amount of flaky salt because I like my keto potatoes on the salty side, but however much you want to add is totally up to you. However, no matter how much salt you add, don't sleep on the flaky salt. It literally makes not only these potatoes taste amazing, but it will also take your steak to a whole different level of deliciousness as well. Plus, the flaky salt is approved by the queen, so you know it's good. Anyway, the next thing we're going to do is add a little dried oregano to our radishes. And then finally, we're going to add a clove of freshly minced garlic. So now that we've got our seasoning together, we're going to mix our keto potatoes up as best we can in the bag. And then we're going to set them aside and prepare our air fryer basket with some foil. Then when we've got that looking good, we're going to add our radishes to the basket and then fry them at 400 degrees for around 18 to 20 minutes. Then after that amount of time, they should be fork tender and look something like this. Now, cooking them in the air fryer is definitely the best way to get your radishes to taste the most like a potato. But if you don't have an air fryer, you can roast them in the oven at 425 degrees as well. So as you're seeing here, to cook them like this, want to add our radishes to a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and then spread them out on the sheet. Then when we've got them spread out, we're going to bake them in the oven for around 20 minutes, give them a toss with a wooden spatula, and then bake them for another 20-ish minutes. Again, the radishes should be fork tender at this point and look something like this. And that, my friends, is how to make keto potatoes. Or I guess I should say radishes that taste like potatoes in your air fryer or oven. As always, for more info on today's recipe, check out the video description below, and I hope you're having a great day.